Right there, done. So we're in position one, and he started throwing punches. We got to two. Go ahead, throw the other one up. Boom. So we're at two. Again, if he's pressuring me, we're going back to one. If he sits up, which eventually he's going to realize he can't pressure me. So don't stand, because that'll take us straight to four. You just want to posture up from here. So if he postures up from here, now for me to create space and distance where my hips were on the ground before controlling him, all I need to do now is bring my hips up. So from here, he can't throw any punches. I mean, there's some things he can do, but for the most part, he can't throw punches from that position. So again, from here, which is position three, his only real option is going to be stand up. When he stands up, you can go ahead and stand up. Then I'm going to drop my hips. I want my heels in his hips. I want my head off the mat and my back curled, kind of like a turtle. Because as he moves, I want to be able to follow. Eventually, he's going to pressure me again to throw punches. If he doesn't, if he walks completely away, I'm here. I'm still waiting for him. I'm ready to throw strikes, kicks, whatever, but I'm not just going to put my feet on the mat. And this is where the technical stand-up comes in. Because if he backs up and gives me enough space, then I can sit up and I can get my space, my distance. But if we're just going series 1, 2, 3, 4, this is going to be 4. Again, my back is curled, my head is off the mat, my heels are in his hips, so I'm almost wrapping my feet like they're hands around his waist. So as he moves, I can follow. His only option, he's got two options. He can back away, which gives me space, and then we're going to go for technical stand-up from there to get up, or he can start to pressure. If he starts to pressure, I'm not just going to drop him on top of me. As he's putting pressure, I'm going to bring my knees in. I'm reinforcing them with my elbows here, and I'm blocking so that he can't headbutt me or punch me from this position. When I'm ready and on my timing, I'm going to release him and drop it back into my guard. Hand behind the head, locking the arm down. Elbow is low so that I can contract my lats and hold tight here. Same thing on this side. We're back to position 1. High guard, as high as you can get it. Like I said, my hips, this is about as high as I can get it as far as flexibility. If you can get your legs higher, get them up higher, it's putting more pressure on him and making it harder for him to get space. All right? So let's see it one more time. We're going to go right from 2. So 2 is hooks behind the elbows. His bicep is not going to be high up on my knee. If it's here, it's easy for him to slip right over. I want his elbow low on my shin so that I can actually pull his bicep into my shin for that pressure. And again, it's open hooks. My feet are on his hips. I'm not like pushing against his hips. I'm just kind of letting my feet float there to feel his hips. If he's trying to throw punches here, I can simply roll with those punches and control. Once he realizes, okay, he can't do anything from here, he's got two options: to pressure me, to get close to me again, in which case I take him back to stage 1, or he moves away from me, and if I can't control him, I've got to do something now to keep that distance. And from here, what I'm going to do is raise my hips up, bring my knees together, hands are up to block, but now I've got distance and space. From here, this is 3, his option will be to stand up. When he stands, I keep my feet on his hips. I'm going to turn them out so that it's more of my heels, and I'm going to drop my butt back to the floor. I'm going to make sure my head is off the ground and my back is rolled up so that as he moves, I can roll with him. Pretty simple. Again, from here, his option is 1, back away from me and make space, in which case I'm going to keep my feet up as a defensive position and make sure that he charges back in. I can get a barrier between us and eventually do a technical stand up and get away. Or he pressures to come back into me to try to throw punches, in which case I am going to control his body weight with my legs. As I bring my knees in, I'm reinforcing here, shoot through, and I put him back into position one.